Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what seems to be the most confusing parts and steps of buying a home. Today we're going to talk about what it looks like to hire a realtor, get a mortgage, and write an offer that gets accepted. A problem I see with a lot of people who wants to buy a home is that they'll go to Google, they'll go to realtor.com, and they'll go to Zillow because they are excited to move out of their current space that no longer meet their needs. They want to get their own space. And what they do is they go to these websites and start searching for a home and waste a lot of time. After they waste a lot of time, they finally look at this house and they're like, I like this house. And what do? They click on it, and then Zillow now asks for their information, or Realtor.com asks for their information, and Zillow and Realtor.com are so smart, right? They take those information and they sell it to agents. And now you have a bunch of agents that you have no idea who they are, but they claim that they can help you. They are for your best interest. Right? Zillow sells information, and then you have these agents who are calling, and these agents, they spend a lot of money for the contact information, so they're gonna follow up. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good agents on Zillow or Realtor.com or these online platforms. However, if you follow these steps that I'm going to give you, you're going to save time, money, and have a endless transaction. All right, the number one thing is choose the right agent. It is imperative that you choose the right agent. Choosing the right agent can make or break your transaction, because the agent is the pilot of this whole transaction. If you have an agent that's very passive, then you might miss some deadline. If you have some agent that just not organized, then might not be able to negotiate as strong as you need to negotiate. So choosing an agent is very, very important. This is somebody that you're going to spend the next 3+ months together, that you're going to talk on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and you're going to spend a lot of time seeing how they write an offer and partner together to be able to get you the right home that you are looking for. You know yourself more than anybody. So this agent that you decided to hire, that you're going to spend a lot of money to hire, is that you need to make sure that you guys are vibe together. There's a good vibe. You feel comfortable. You feel good about this person. This is somebody that even after the transaction is over, you wouldn't mind being friends with. You wouldn't mind getting coffee with. Another thing to consider when hiring this agent is, what is their personality like? Honestly, I have never met somebody who does not like to work with a kind and honest individual. I have seen some agents, and honestly, I feel bad for their client. Really, I got many stories I could tell, but now is not the time. So make sure you examine their personality. Is this a person that's honest? Are they kind, right? Or are they like one of those brash and rude individuals? If you hire a buyer's agent and they're very rash and rude, the other party is not gonna want to work with them. The other party would rather choose another offer. Even sometimes I even cost less money. The other agent can even encourage their clients to go with a different offer because they might not feel comfortable working with that agent. All right, besides those soft personality skills, another thing to really consider is, do they know their product? Do they know the real estate business that they are serving in? Do they know how to read a contract, how to write a contract, how to present a contract? Do they know how to tell you market stats so that you can make sure you make a decision, not a decision based on thin air, but the decision that is based on data? Now, how do you find such agent? Well, you and your friends probably have a lot in common. So ask your friends. If you have 2 or 3 friends who have bought a house recently or sold a house recently, right? It's up to you, and you ask them, hey, who did you use, right? How was your relationship with this person? How did they help? And based on their recommendations, now you can meet those 2 to 3 people that they recommended. And from that time, like, you can get a feel for them. And if you're one of those people that you don't want to get your friends or family members involved, I definitely would recommend social media, right? You can see what these people are doing on social media, and you can kind of have an idea whether this is a person that you would connect with. So you finish step 1. Now you have chosen your agent, somebody that you feel comfortable with, somebody that you trust, somebody that you know that has the market knowledge to help you get done what you want to get done. And step number 2 is, now you need to get pre-approved. You don't go to grocery store and not knowing how much you have to spend, right? Or you always have a budget before you start going shopping for anything. So it's the same thing for buying a house. So getting pre-approved is you having a conversation with the lender. They'll examine your financial situations, your debt to income ratio. They'll know exactly where you are financially, and based on that, they can give you an estimate of how much you won't be able to qualify for. This process should take 15 to 20 minutes. You talk to a lender that can help you to navigate this part of the real estate journey. The benefit of doing something like that is you will save time and energy. Energy in the sense of that, imagine you find this house and you love it. Let's say you were this other buyer, right? And you just went on Zillow and you keep searching for homes and you found it, and then you got an agent that showed it to you, and then when you're ready to write an offer, you're like, yeah, you can't afford it. So you don't want that emotional energy, you don't want that to be part of your process. In order to remove that part of your process is for you to get pre-approved first. Now you know exactly how much you can afford. Is it $500,000? It is $800,000. You know exactly how much you can afford. Therefore, you can tailor your search to that perimeter so that you save time and even energy. And also, by knowing how much you can afford, you can now strategize with your agent to know, okay, we're gonna go see this house. This house is asking for X, and this is what makes sense based on market. 3 is now you need to write an offer that gets accepted based on current market conditions. Your real estate agent that you have chosen, that you connect with, that you vibe with, can now show you the market data. And let's say you have seen, let's say 5 houses, and you have picked one of them to write an offer on that gets accepted. That agent will walk you through the market data and show you, hey, based on this last 90 days, a house size and condition have sold for X amount. So therefore, a recommendation is to write an offer that gets accepted within that ballpark of recommendation. And the worst thing is to lowball. Honestly, they don't even want to a lowball offer. I mean, we understand some investors, they want to do that, but even agent that represents you, their reputation is on the line too, right? Because if they present a lowball offer, the agent that's receiving it automatically going to say, oh, this person is not serious enough. However, they have an obligation to present it to the seller, so they'll do it anyways, but it's not a good way to start a relationship. I understand a certain situation can ask for that. Let's say the house has been marketed for a long time. Now they deserve it. If the house is in market for 30 days, you can strategize with your agent to know what is a proper offer to present to them. Things you can negotiate and offer is not only the sales price. Yes, you can negotiate the sales price, but also you can negotiate home inspection. You can negotiate financing within this contract. All it is play a role, but your agent has to know the contract really well to be able to help you to have a leverage to be able to win. Me personally, I love to win. So when I write an offer for my client, I want to put our best foot forward. I want us to be strong, and if we don't get it, we know that we have put our best foot forward and there is no regret after that. Because you have to understand there's a lot of emotional energy that's at play once you put in an offer, because you're waiting, you are anticipating a win, and then for them to come back and say, I'm sorry, you didn't get it, it's not a good feeling. So I try to advise my clients, hey, based on market condition, based on the data, let's put our best foot forward. If we don't get it, we know that we have put our best foot forward and we move on to the next house. So buying a home can be frustrated, it can be joyful. There's a lot of things that is involved. So that's why first, if you start with hiring the proper agent, the agent that you connect, trust, and vibe with, then they can help you and navigate this whole process together.